Hi everyone. In this video, today I'm going to show you how to make WSO2 Enterprise Iterator work with Kafka. Uh, as you know, that Enterprise Iterator is the service bus with uh, many support for microservices, service integration, data integration, and any other information like messaging. Kafka is a kind of messaging. For version WSO2 Enterprise Iterator 6.4.0 as my check, and Kafka go with version 2 .12 2.8.0 for producer. Kafka transport connector to dash 3 as the library in Enterprise Iterator, and another library for consumer is Pawn with version the 1.0.110. This is the latest library version, and I checked it already, and it worked for me. Consumer. For firstly, I show you consumer, then I will show you how to interact for producer. For consumer, I have several steps to make it work. Uh, just copy for the step one. Just copy files from Kafka library to EI library, and you see that there's a Kafka license in the runtime. It will check the pawn method in the pawn methods in the consumer pawn uh, 1.010. If you see Kafka tail 2.100 is the our version. Step 3, copy the library pawn 1010 to the drop-ins directory. Drop-ins directory, is the in the uh, e, EI home directory. Step 3, add new Kafka inbound endpoint as the custom type. Um, Update the inbound endpoint with this parameter, like pawn timeout 100 to keeper connect with the port 2181. Bootstrap server is the endpoint for Kafka. Message broker, it's localhost 92, and we configure the topic name. It test content type is application JSON, so it only receive the JSON format, and it will get an error when you send a text or any other different uh, content type. For the class, the class is Kafka message. The message employee is the uh, original in the pawn, the polling library. Step 3, uh, we we need the producer for the consumer. So in the Kafka library in bin directory, we um, we we utilize the Kafka console producer to send message to the test topic. So we have broker list parameter localhost 1992 with the topic is test. We have a pointer to send a test and get error, JSON, drop content type. So this way we can test the consumer working or not. So the final step is we check the output, the result. If we see the message like this in EI console, the log mediator message value, and we check this the JSON test appear, then it work as expected. Of course, assume that you added log full in a sequence XML and management console of the AI to see the log full, and this way we can check the output. Okay, next section I'm going to show you how to make the producer interact with the EI. Step 1, download Kafka support and zip it correctly. We can download it from the web provided by WSO2, but actually we only download the folder directly, and you have to zip it manually, and you have to zip it correctly. In my scenario, I using Mark, so when I zip it, I get some trouble with the Mark metadata and incorrect zipping with a nested folder, so I have to troubleshoot on the night. Now upload to connector list. Then you upload to connector list via management console. So when you open manage the console, and we check the connector list, then you can add the zip. You can upload the zip, and then when you upload successfully, there's a pop-up to announce you, inform you that already upload succeeded. But make sure that you enable it so you can see that the status is enabled. Step 3, and you in the management console, at the top you can add process service list, and you can create a new Kafka process service with the custom template. Then you check the short view. You can see like this with the bootstrap localhost 1902 key class key value initializer, the math pool size is optimized for 100 for the topic, and you can fit the text. It is very important to listen to the same topic name. You publish to the topic name text. Step 3, when you done creating for the proxy service. You can check the service dashboard, Kafka transport. Uh, in the service cover, you can check. You see the service name, the service group name, Kafka transport, the service type proxy, and deployment scope is request. And in the service dashboard, you can see that the list of endpoint as well. There are two endpoint. One's normal and one is SSL endpoint. So you can check it by Zmeter or Postman. And you can see it in the dashboard at statistics. So in a runtime, you can monitor the request count, response count, maximum response time, minimum response time, average response time. And you will get the diagram here to monitor um, the, the, the throughput of the Kafka when it's already with the EI. Step 3, you can use Botman to check the output. This is the HTTP bus, and make sure that you use the JSON text. With this way, I only use the normal endpoint, not the SSL endpoint to check. I also check with HTTPS, and it also worked for me. So for the final step, check the output with Kafka console consumer. You can have the Kafka console consumer like Kafka console producer to subscribe to the topic test and localhost 1992, and each consumer will point the topic tag to get the JSON output here. So you can see that it also works for both the producer and consumer. But while I'm have some experience, I got some troubleshooting painfully when download Kafka Travel folder and zip it manually. Remember to make it zip correctly. Unknown error when version incompatible when you because you know that Kafka have many versions, and EI have many versions as well, so it's easy to get the unknown error when with the version compatible. So I think that we should know the fundamental first, and then treat the documentation properly to make sure that our version compatible. The next is Zookeeper has the error with the theme Kafka while starting. Yeah, when I check with many version Kafka start and stop, then I use Docker, it's okay. But in the one in environment, I use many Kafka, so sometimes they have problem with the term Kafka metadata is blocking in an error. So I got to delete this folder when I start with Zookeeper in other version. could not find and download the IE6.5 version on GitHub. Yeah, on GitHub I cannot find the IE6 file, only the source code. So I don't know where to to download it to check with version, because I only check it work with version EI 6.4. So, but I believe EI 6.5 is still will work with this way. Documentation and guidelines of WSO2 is not consistent. Yeah, because that WSO2 have many product and many version, many documentation. So sometimes it's not consistency, and it may confuse few developers, and it's hard to troubleshooting. Didn't check security for consumer. Um, in production, we may want to put some security to the endpoint between Kafka message broker and EI. So we need to check for this part. But I believe that when we add securities, that's no problem. It will work. Thank you, everyone. This is my aim for this presentation. Hope you guys have fun with Kafka iteration. Goodbye.